Okay, multiplication of polynomials. To multiply polynomials, we're going to have to use distributive property, which means we're going to multiply this dude in here with both of the terms on the other parentheses, and this other dude with both of the terms on the other parentheses too. Okay, so let's begin working with this kind of exercises. Okay, so we're going to start with 2x. So I'm going to mark the 2x so that you can see it. Okay, I'm working with this one. Okay, and we're going to work with the other parentheses. Okay, so be 2x times 5x. So be 2 times 5, 10. And x times x, be careful with the letters. Okay, x times x will be x squared. Okay, so I'm going to put in there x squared. Why x squared? Because this is x1 and this is x1. 1 plus 1 is 2. When you multiply letters, basically what you're doing is kind of like counting them. Okay, now let's go with the other one. Okay, it's still number 2x. Okay, I'm not gonna go with 3. No, I'm still with number 2x. 2x times 5x, I already did it. Now I'm going with the other number, 2x times negative 6. Okay, so 2 times negative 6, it will be negative 12. And the x, because this one doesn't have an x, I'm just gonna copy it. Okay, now once that I've finished, I have no other number to multiply with, so I am done with number 2. Okay, now I'm gonna go with number 3. Okay, I'm gonna put number 3 in here. Okay, so let's start from the beginning. 3 times 5x, which is the first one. Okay, so 3 times 5x will be 3 times 5, 15, positive. Okay, and you copy the letter because there's no multiplication of letters. There's only one letter, so you just copy it. And now I'm going to multiply again the 3, but not with the 5x. I'm going to multiply the 3 with the negative 6. Okay, remember that I need to multiply with both of them. So 3 times negative 6 will be negative 18. Okay, and that's it. I'm basically done with this multiplication. Now what I have to do is simplify like terms. Not always you need to simplify like terms, but you always need to check like x squared. There's only one x squared, so that's it. Okay, x, there are two dudes in here, minus 12 and positive 15. They both have x, so I'm going to have to simplify them. Okay, and negative 18 is just a number, and there's no other term that is just a number. So I'm going to simplify this two terms. I'm going to operate them. So I'm going to copy 10x squared because I don't need to work with it. And minus 12 plus 15 will be positive 3. I'm going to copy the letter x because you always need to copy the type of the terms that you're working with. Minus 18, I copy the number because I'm not working with it. And that will be it. Okay, that will be my answer. Okay, 10x squared plus 3x minus 18. Always make sure to kind of like organize or arrange the terms so that you have the highest exponent first. X squared goes first, then the x, and then the one that doesn't have any letter. Okay, that's it. So let's try doing another one. I have 7x squared plus 5x minus 9. If you notice, this one has 3 terms, and I'm going to multiply it with another one that has only 2 terms. Okay, so let's begin. Okay, as usual, distributive property. So I'm going to work only with the first one of the first parenthesis. Okay, so 7x squared, I'm going to multiply it with this other 2 terms of the other parenthesis. Okay, I'm not going to multiply it with 5 or with negative 9. No, 7x squared times the other 2 terms of the other parenthesis. Okay, so 7x squared times 3x, that will be the first one. 7 times 3 is 21. X squared times x1 is basically just counting them, right? So I have 2 here and I have 1 on the other one. That means I'm going to have 3. Okay, I'm going to have 3 x's, basically x 3. You add the exponents. 2 plus 1 will be 3. X squared times x is x raised to the power of 3. Now I'm going to continue with the other one. Okay, I already multiplied with 3x. Now I'm going to multiply 7x squared times 5. Okay, so 7 times 5 is positive 35. And because this one doesn't have a letter, I'm just going to copy the x squared. Okay, so it will be 35x squared. And I'm done. There are no more numbers here. So I'm done with 7x squared. Now I'm going to multiply with positive 5x. Okay, so 5x times 3x, again from the beginning, remember. Okay, 5x times 3x. 5 times 3, 15. X times x, x squared. Okay, and now with the other one, 5x times 5. Okay, 5 times 5 is positive 25, and the x I copy it. Now I'm done with the 5x because there are no more numbers to multiply with. You cannot multiply with minus 9 this thing because they are in the same parentheses, so you're not going to do that. Okay, so I'm done with 5x, and now I'm going to multiply using negative 9. So it will be again from the beginning, negative 9 times 3x. So minus 9 times 3 is minus 27, and I copy the x because the other one doesn't have an x. Now minus 9 times 5 will be minus 45. Okay, let me change the side of this thing. Okay, so now that I have that, I just need to simplify. Okay, now x3, there are no other x3s, so I'm just gonna copy 21x3. Okay, now 35x2 and 15x2, they're both of the same type, so I'm gonna simplify this two terms. Okay, 35 plus 15 will be 50, so positive 50x squared. Okay, so I'm done with this two. Now I'm going with the other two because they're also the same type. This one is x and this one is also x, so I have positive 25 minus 27. That will give me negative 2x because I copied the letter. Minus 45 is alone, so I'm just going to copy it. Minus 45. Yep. And that will be the answer for this thing. It's basically just using the distributive property. Okay? It's not that difficult once you kind of like get the idea of how to multiply with each one of these things.